It is Tuesday, so this is the Tuesday Money Breakdown. Let's not waste no time and get right to it. This is how we roll. We start at the bottom and we move our way to the top earners. At the bottom this week, it was roadie. Now, I have only done, I want to say, 5 or 6 roadie deliveries total. Typically, roadie is a good app for Farm and Fleet, Home Depot, a lot of construction material and stuff so used via roadie. But what I've realized is roadie orders, I think the most they ever pay is like 85 cents a mile. So it's not optimal. This order was in my hometown going into the city, so I jumped onto it. Typically, I won't take roadie orders just because I haven't seen any that are really advantageous, but it was going the direction I wanted to go, so I took it. So it was $22. Going from there, we made $35 in cash tips this week, which is always nice when people give you cash tips. Next was Grubhub. I did 16 deliveries this week. I made $185, averaging $11.56 a delivery, which, hey, it was pretty decent. I didn't really get a lot of scheduled blocks with Grubhub this week, which, just getting on the schedule with Grubhub, it's tough. But I got some Grubhub news that I'm going to put out, and you guys can see a little bit more info there. DoorDash. I completed 39 deliveries. I made $282 this week, averaging $7.25 a delivery. So I use DoorDash as a filler in the dead time in between lunch times when there's no Spark orders, or I take a Spark order, I knock it out early. I know I don't want to take another order until 20 after. I'll do a DoorDash delivery in between. And then topping it off this week again was DoorDash, which I made $668. I completed 21 deliveries, and I averaged $31.80 a delivery. So Spark just pays the most. It does. It's the place to be right now out of all of them. And honestly, I would have hit Spark a lot harder this week. I only worked Spark Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. So in those 3 days, I did those 21 deliveries. So I was averaging 7 deliveries a day. And honestly, I was working 8 or 9 hours a day. I wasn't really killing myself this week. And I would have done a lot more Spark deliveries. And I didn't even do the bonus this weekend because I had some vehicle issues, which I'm going to cover after all this as well. But continuing on, so our grand total for this week was $1,192. That was pre-gas. I spent, I went 659 miles, which was 400 miles less than last week. Gas here is now $4.41 a gallon. Last week it was $4.63, so it's down 22 cents from where it was. Thank the Lord it's coming down a little bit. I spent $75 in gas. So my after gas earnings this week was $1,117, averaging $25.38 an hour after gas and fuel. So last week I had made $19.94, which was probably my worst week ever. This week would have been a lot better if I wouldn't have had some issues. So my vehicle's rolling up on 80,000 miles. I went to get the oil changed and the brake fluid flushed and just normal maintenance. I haven't done any maintenance on this vehicle other than routine maintenance since I got it, pretty much, and a new set of tires. So routine maintenance going in, and I knew there was a problem with the back rear hatch, the automated part, and the struts. So I ripped the band-aid off and I said, hey, check out these struts. I go, they're really struggling, something's going on with them. And I remember the customer that did this actually. I was at the airport. It was a really older gentleman, and they're all automatic doors, just push the button. But this older gentleman put his bags in, and I was having a lazy day. Typically, I jump out, I load people's bags for them, put everything there, shut the door, tell them, go ahead and load up, and I'll put your bags away. But this day, I think I just come off another delivery. I was really tired, and he was very quick to get into the vehicle. So I just let him put his own bags in. And when he went to close the door, he didn't push the button. He just reached up and pulled the mechanical door down. And I think that's when the struts got jacked up. He was like, this is really hard to pull down. And I was like, oh, it's all automatic. Just push the button. But it was kind of too late. And then slowly after that, I could see how it was getting a little worse. So anyhow, we got that fixed, or we're in the process of getting it fixed. It's still in the shop. It's supposed to be done at the end of the day today on Tuesday. So I took that into the shop early Saturday morning thinking it was going to be a quick boom, boom, boom. No, it wasn't. So they gave me a loaner vehicle, which was a 2022 Avalon. So I used that. I did some DoorDash and Grubhub over the weekend. So I didn't really worry about mileage on Saturday and Sunday too much. But so going on, it's kind of game planning what's going on. Uber sent me this last week invitation for a Uber Plus card so that I could do additional shopping and groceries and whatnot. So I signed up for it. I sign up for everything. Everything is an opportunity, and I'm trying to leave as many options and opportunities available to me, because you never know when something bad can happen, when you could get a contract violation, or you could be just terminated, or a company could go bankrupt. Who knows what's going on with the way business is being done nowadays? And everybody knows, as drivers, we're expendable. A company will be like, I'm done with you, goodbye, I'll hire 100 more tomorrow. It's no big deal. So, but I got my Uber Plus card in yesterday, so I got to activate that, and apparently I'll be able to do grocery deliveries. Grubhub sent me this email this morning, or last night, saying, get ready, are you ready? Because the collab with Amazon and Amazon Prime starts today, the 12th and 13th. So they were like, get your blocks now. And I went on, and there's no blocks available. I'm ready, Grubhub. I'm ready to do the deliveries, but there were no blocks available. So maybe you need to open up some more blocks to get more drivers. But we'll see. If you guys had received that same one, or you guys do Grubhub, let me know. It's always interesting to know what kind of side hustles you guys do. I know a lot of you are Spark delivery drivers, and that's where the money's at right now. But if you do other side hustles, leave it in the comments below. I like to know. So got that notification, so I'm like, all right, so we got Uber plus this grocery delivery plus Grubhub's doing a collab with Amazon. I was like, then Lyft. I haven't drove Lyft in a month. I haven't even really turned the app on. And I told you guys earlier, I said sometimes you got to leave a company for a while before they send you some opportunities. And Lyft yesterday sent me an email for the weekly incentive for me, and it is due 20 rides for guaranteed earnings of $315. And I'm like, 20 rides, $315, that's about $15.75 a ride. So in this market here, during the typical school year with the students around, because Madison, Wisconsin's a huge college town, right? Like 33,000 undergrads at the university. So they like Lyft because Lyft is cheap and they can get back and forth across the campus really cheap. Well, when I get bonuses like that when the students are here, that is awesome, because I could knock that out in an afternoon. There's students just going back and forth across the campus. They're $4 and $5 rides. But with this, if they're going to pay you $15.75 per ride, I love it. I love it when I get these kind of bonuses and the students are here. Well, it's summertime and the students are not here. So I don't know if I can get that 20 rides unless I drive at night. So I was talking with the wife today. We're a little bit behind. The repairs to the car are, all in all, with the oil change and the brake flush and the just everything, all the maintenance and the replacement of the struts. Struts are $400 a pop. We're looking at $1,600. So it's a big this week. And you know, if you guys are driving, you have to prepare for things like this. And I have money set aside for just maintenance and things to go wrong, so I'm not stressed there, but I don't like that fund to go down. So I got to get out and grind. So I was talking with the wife about this bonus. Tuesdays I normally don't drive. I may drive today and then tonight when I get my vehicle back, go out and see if I can knock out these 20 rides hopefully. So also for my area, and how I say I don't like to close any doors and keep everything open. I have done almost every side hustle gig around, with the exception of GoPuff. I have not done GoPuff for my area. And the reason why is last year I'd signed up for GoPuff. I'd signed up for all the apps. And I got signed up for GoPuff. I get texts every morning saying there's deliveries available. Come and grab it. Boom, boom, boom. But with the college year starting, University of Wisconsin is pretty big. I want to say it's like 2 square miles of university, and then you got all the dorms and the apartments and the sprawl of the city all around it. GoPuff's very popular with the students for delivery. GoPuff is probably number one for just convenience store stuff, and then I think it's DoorDash, and the big one now that I notice is a lot of college students are jumping onto the Spark bandwagon, which I really don't like because they don't tip very well. But getting back to it, GoPuff, I'm signed up for it. I always felt overwhelmed with going down to the university because when the students are here, there's no parking, just figuring out the names of the dormitories and the buildings and where everybody's at. It is a pain in the butt. But, here's the but, it's summertime. It's quiet. I've been telling myself sometime this summer I'm going to take some GoPuff orders. I'm going to go down and check it out. Get used to the layout of the land, picking up from the warehouse, which is like dead center, like right up near the edge of the campus. Not dead center, but right downtown near the edge of the campus. So I've been telling myself that I want to do some GoPuff rides and deliveries, so that way I can figure it out and test the waters there. So that's another idea in the hopper that I want to get started. This last weekend, I didn't do no Spark bonuses. This next weekend, I definitely want to get on it if Spark's offering something. So just because I'm kind of behind the power curve on earnings this week. So I'm going to look at doing some Spark this weekend. Also, I looked at the calendar. There's certain events in my city that are big money makers. So last year, we have the CrossFit Games. If you guys don't know what the CrossFit Games are, everybody knows CrossFit. It's like different types of exercises and whatnot. Well, they have like these annual games where they have several thousand athletes come in and they all compete, and it kind of overtakes the city for a week, the week of 3 to 7 August. That weekend, half a week, it gets super busy. 10,000 fans per day attend the event. Because of it's CrossFit, there's not a lot of parking, and people they take Ubers. There's lots of Ubers out there, so Uber will be dominant during that week. So that block is, I'm not going to do delivery that week. It's pretty much going to be all rideshare because that's where the money is at. Also here in Madison, Wisconsin, we have a big company called Epic. And Epic does medical record transcripts. So if you ever gone to the doctor's like, oh, you could check your history on my chart, see all your test results and everything. That company does the software for my chart and a lot of other things that interact between hospitals and pharmacies and patients and whatnot. So, but they're huge here. I want to say, and this is not exact numbers, but I want to say they have almost 5,000 IT professionals that work for them. And every year, or I should say twice a year, they do a spring one for the executives, and then they do another conference in the fall for the users. That is going down the 21st through the 25th of August. And that is the Epic user group meeting. And they have like close to, I think last year they had like 4,000, but because of COVID, but this year they're expecting 6,000 to 7,000. That's 6,000 to 7,000 professionals coming in, nurses, doctors, hospital execs, all coming into the city, all staying in hotels, all taking Ubers, taxis, Lyfts. So that's another big money maker for rideshare in this area. So I have to keep all doors open. I have to look at what's going on, and I hope you guys are doing the same in your area. And if you're not signed up for a rideshare, you should definitely get on it. I understand, unless you're driving a really old vehicle and you don't qualify for rideshare. But if you're driving a fairly decent vehicle that's under 15 years of age, check it out. I am not hawking. I'm not putting my referral links or anything like that below. I'm just telling you, it's another avenue for revenue for you guys. It's just something to think about. When I started, I was like, I don't like the idea of people in my vehicle, whatever. I do love it. And you get to meet some really cool people sometimes. So it could be fun. So, and then the last week of August into the first week of September, all the students come back. So 30,000 undergraduates flying in from the airport with their parents in tow. Parents are staying at hotels and whatnot in the area as well, getting their kids moved into the dormitories and just finding everything around the university. So next month is going to be definitely a rideshare month. It's what rideshare drivers in this area have been waiting all summer for, because it's been like a desert. It's been dry for rideshare out there. So that is the Tuesday morning breakdown. I hope you guys have a great week. I want to say thank you very much. I hit 100 subscribers. I've had this channel running a month. That means that I'm doing something right, I think. You guys are leaving a lot of great comments. Your comments help me put my content together. I am trying to stay as original as possible. I'm trying not to. I want to be me. And I'm not a YouTube content creator. I'm just a driver that is sharing my information with you guys. And you guys share a lot of great information with me as well. And I love that about this, because that's how you get better at your profession, is listening and talking to the veterans, and also keeping your mind open. I am not the all-knowing, ever-flowing river of knowledge when it comes to everything. I have my experiences, and you have your experiences. I have my market, you have your market. Everybody's learning as we go, and when you share information with each other, it makes us better as drivers, makes us all make more money. And because really, we're working for the customers, and we're kind of working against these companies almost sometimes, because they are trying to see how much work they can get out of us for the lowest dollar possible. And just keep that in mind, that these companies, you could be gone in a heartbeat. So again, thank you for your subscriptions. Thanks for sticking around and watching and leaving your comments below. Hope you all have a great day, great week, and we are